Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome James Jaber, founder, CEO, and captain of Prop.
Want to need the clicker? Yeah, I'll just leave it on the motion. Okay. Nice work, thank you. Is the mic on? Oh, it is, okay. Hit the clicker. There I am. All right, well, here I am. Thanks for having me. I want to thank the SAMCEDA organization, Dawn Cecil, both Amandas, and especially Roseanne Faust. It's been an honor to work with her, and her leadership is, I think, crucial to affecting change in the region, so thanks, Roseanne. Many of you may have heard of my company in varying capacities after having worked with Facebook for a year and currently working with a large biopharma. Both these companies, by the way, are very progressive in transportation thinking and progressive in many ways as well, so it's an honor to be working with them. I think it's important for us to use this opportunity so that I could give a little bit of background about myself, and it helps sort of understand how I came up with the vision and where our core values lie. In 1978, and I know that's a goofy picture, but I'll get to that in a second, my parents honeymooned in Lake Tahoe. Actually, it was not 78, it was many years before that, but there were several families that sort of played around on the beach in the summertime, and one of the dads was a daredevil, no other way to say it. He had some of his friends towing him in a hang glider behind a boat so that he could have fun on the lake. There were so many things wrong with that from a physics perspective that he wanted to take his friends and family up to give him a similar experience, flying him around in the air. And so what he did is he took an Army parachute and cut holes in the back, not quite as nice as the ones there, and sealed them up with duct tape and dental floss so that he could tow his friends and family around the lake and drop them in the water. I was 5 years old at the time when that happened, and over the years, it just continued to progress, and we were credited with the advent of commercial parasailing after a newspaper reporter from the San Francisco Chronicle wrote up with us in 1978. And I think to be exposed to that entrepreneurial spirit at such an early age and the safety and just working with the public, I was able to, that influenced me throughout my life. I've been a captain for 20 years, working in various capacities, and as you'll see that goofy picture there is the bay. I started working on a supply vessel in 2012, delivering crew and cargo to ships that were moored in the bay. When you drive across the bridge, you see those ships that are out there anchored. I just wanted to do something different. I wanted to earn a paycheck and not run a business. So I did that, and that's the picture that I would send to my friends and family wondering why there are no boats on the bay. You can see it's beautiful. There's glass, but there's no boats. And especially looking south to San Mateo, the bridge, I noticed that it was just such a nice run, literally. And I would send that picture out to my friends and family and get replies of bumpers and taillights and explicatives and other interesting remarks. And so literally I put the two together and realized that if I could and somehow improve the people that I care about, it would translate into large-scale enjoyment of life, really, if I could alleviate traffic somehow. So I put the two together and began in earnest creating Prop, what it was. We're still figuring out what it actually is, but as we began developing the vision, we realized that there were vastly underutilized areas in the Bay Area, marinas, for example. So our model actually utilizes existing infrastructure that doesn't require millions in the tens, 20s, and 30s of millions of dollars for the regular ferry terminals, and we're able to access neighborhoods. But we realized that there was a lot of work ahead of us in terms of policy, getting permission from the state, and thankfully, I think the crisis that is traffic has helped, frankly, cut some of the red tape and allow us to flourish, or begin to flourish, and create the transportation revolution that we're working on now. The other interesting piece that I'll add is that, these are all very obvious points I'm making, but there is no eminent domain. There is no right-of-way. There is no big infrastructure outlays or permits. We can deploy boats in a matter of months. And while some people may say that my company is a boutique service or maybe a limousine service on the water, we have to start somewhere. And I think that might be a sort of lacking vision. So now we're getting started, and I think that the THRED talk is a apropos title for what we're doing here, because everything is tied together. The success of our company and the large-scale dent in traffic and housing, all of those things sort of weave together, and they all work together. Let's see here. So we have a solid, and it's nice to hear that we're going to move forward with the electrification of Caltrain, so that's great news. Nice work, guys. Thanks for that. Still, we feel like the solution is to unlock the Bay Area and the waters of the Bay in large scale. The bridges, as we know, I was parked on the San Mateo Bridge coming over here looking at glass, and a lot of single occupancy vehicles. Everywhere I look, there's one person in their cars. And of course, BART, we all know how BART is. I don't need to go too far into that. And the public ferries. The public ferries are great. As a boat guy, I love those boats. They've done a great job at designing the vessels, and the terminals are amazing. I think Prop fits in there as a Hornet fleet, and our vision includes frequency, so that it actually becomes real. We don't have to look at a schedule. The ultimate vision would have 50 or 100 boats running around the bay from San Leandro, eventually San Jose, Alviso, to Redwood City, San Mateo, all the way up to San Francisco, even up the Napa and Benicia, Antioch, Pittsburgh, Hercules, areas that would be, the ridership would be too low for the larger public ferries. So we feel like we have a great shot at it, and it's just an untapped waterway, as I said in the title, but as I was thinking about what I was going to say today, a lot of these points, these are things that we already know. And we're here, we've done a lot of the work now, and I think it takes leadership, investment, and a buy-in in our vision to proliferate that. Our boats, the revolution starts today at 2 o'clock when the boats leave the dock, and again tomorrow at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., when they leave the dock. And if we can keep that momentum going with more and more buy-in and leadership and investment, then soon we can affect a change on the entire region and not just enough people for 1 or 2 vessels. So with that, it's a short presentation, but with that, I want to encourage everyone to look at our company, come down and check out the boats. We're accessible. And we are looking for, just the buy-in, for everybody. And I want to thank you for having me out here today. Thank you very much.